The biggest curriculum shopping mistake I see new homeschool moms make is rushing into buying based on what's been promoted most in Facebook groups, top influences, or on Google. And it costs them thousands of dollars, months of stress, and their confidence that they can actually do this. Here's the thing. I have taken books out of people's carts at my own bookstore. I know, seems silly as a bookstore owner, but I'm not out just to sell books. I'm out to set you up for long-term success. And I have seen the same mistakes destroy moms' confidence over and over again. So here are the 5 biggest curriculum shopping mistakes and what to do instead. I'm Krista Tejada from the Homeschool Hub in Dallas-Fort Worth. I've been helping Christian homeschool moms choose curriculum with confidence for years. Between my own early missteps and the families I help every single day, I know exactly what trips us up. Let's start with the trap that looks like a lifesaver, but almost always ends in tears. I actually watched this happen to a good friend of mine. The mom who buys the all-in-one package because it looks like the answer to all her prayers is about to have the most overwhelming week of her homeschool life. A friend of mine bought the whole all-in-one package. She thought it was the best thing possible and she was so excited. But once the boxes arrived, she was immediately overwhelmed. She had to organize it, prep it, get it all set up, and figure out how all the moving pieces work together. She quickly set aside half of it and said, I'm only going to do a part of this, because she just couldn't do it all. They ended up only doing math and English that year, and it ended up being a huge financial disappointment. I've seen this happen over and over again. A family came to me after purchasing an Abeka all-in-one program. In a panic, they jumped online and bought it all. While it looks wonderful and has been around a long time, Abeka is really set up to be a school curriculum. Many private schools still use it. If you have more than one child, you're going to have multiple boxes. You start unboxing what is supposed to be the best part, and suddenly you have books spread across the entire room with no idea where to start. They had spent easily $3,000. They used not even a third of it. It causes doubt in parents and frustration for students. You start thinking, well, this is an amazing curriculum. We spent all this money. It covers all the subjects and it's highly rated. Yet we just can't get it done. Are we falling behind? It's not something that can be tailored to a particular student, and it can get overwhelming very quickly because it's just more than you actually need. When you're first getting started, the best thing you could do is narrow it down based on your life. How many kids are you homeschooling? Do you work inside, outside the home, part-time? How much time do you have to devote to school? Keep math and language arts simple. Then add science, history, and literature along with Bible that you can do all together as a family. Keep it simple, not daunting. Each student gets to be a part of the selecting of their own materials. Now that's how you customize without the overwhelm. People promote what works for them or where they make money. And a lot of moms are not doing the research to understand what's actually behind the curriculum they're buying. An example of this, The Good and the Beautiful, ranks at the very top and is what a lot of moms start with, as is Classical Conversations. Because these two have been marketed and promoted the most, unfortunately, a lot of moms are not doing the research. They don't understand what's behind the curriculum, the publisher, or the author. A curriculum may have scripture, it may have Christian philosophies, it may be marketed as a Christian company, but it may not be aligned with your doctrine or your beliefs. Through my research, I have found more than one publisher that markets itself as a Christian company, with Bible throughout, but it's not rooted in the same values and beliefs as my Christian doctrine that comes strictly from the Holy Bible. We usually choose to homeschool because we want to instill our Christian values, to be a Jesus follower, to walk in the light as Jesus walks in the light. If the curriculum doesn't align with your doctrine, you've undermined the entire reason you pulled your kids from school in the first place. The ideas are being planted before you even realize it. Before you buy anything, research the author's background and beliefs, not just the marketing company. Who wrote this and what do they believe? And if you've already purchased something and you're questioning it, it's not too late. Reach out. We help families trade in curriculum and get what they actually need. The moms who panic and rush out to buy workbooks for every single subject the second they pull their kids from school are the ones who burn out the fastest because they skip the most important step that nobody told them about. When moms pull their kids from school, they tend to panic. I don't want them to fall behind, so I need to get something. They rush out and get the workbooks for every subject. My advice is usually not to do that. The first 6 months to a year is what we call deschooling. This is a period of transitioning from the old schooling model. We don't want to overdo it because there's so much time, effort, and emotional energy that's spent just finding your new rhythm. Everybody has to adjust to a completely new lifestyle. There is somewhat of a grieving process of letting go of what once was and making space emotionally, mentally, even physically perfectly for the new lifestyle. Homeschooling should not, absolutely not, let me repeat, should not replicate what's happening at school. The reason you choose to homeschool is to do something completely different. That's the point. Curriculum is meant to be a guide, not the whole picture. It's meant to be a spine, a foundation that you build on. And here's what most moms don't realize. You've got to get the school out of your kids, and you've got to get the school out of yourself. That programming that was instilled in you from years of going to school, the words spoken over you, the limitations that you have carried, all of that will surface when you start homeschooling. Understanding that is extremely important. What we recommend for the first 6 months to a year is simply easing into the new lifestyle and finding your rhythm. Do lots of reading together. Keep math and grammar going with something simple for each child. Focus on finding community. Find people who share the same values so you can see how other people actually do life as homeschoolers, not just what you see online. Real life examples around you. If you're feeling overwhelmed by curriculum choices right now and you want someone to walk through this with you personally, that's exactly what our curriculum consulting package is designed to do. It's a diagnostic process that looks at your child, your lifestyle, your values, and your budget. And it gives you a complete curriculum strategy designed specifically for your family, not what works for influencers, what actually works for you. Check out the link in the description. Choosing the wrong co-op because it's plug and play is a decision that seems small and harmless, but will cost you time, money, and your sense of belonging. When the real problem is you try to fit into someone else's box. I love the concept of classical conversations, and they make it simple for families to get plugged into community, which is one of the most important steps to success in homeschooling. But it often causes unnecessary stress and cost down the road. It made me feel really bad my first year. I loved the community. They were so kind and welcoming, but they had been together for years and years, and they all seemed to know what was going on. I sure didn't. They had their friends. They didn't really need new ones. It can feel really lonely. Then it causes you to start doubting yourself, questioning your ability, and that can be really dangerous for your mental and emotional health. And it trickles down over to the kids. The problem with trying to fit into a co-op like classical conversations where they require the curriculum is you're trying to squeeze into a box. And then comparison rears its ugly head. You look at other moms, and some, they're just made for that environment and they thrive. And it can make you feel little and unqualified. Their kids are reading at 4 and giving presentations at 4 years old, and it makes you start second guessing your decision. Can I even do this? Am I cut out for this? Before you join any co-op, ask yourself, do they require a specific curriculum, or can I bring what works for my family? Will this add to my peace or add to my stress? And if you don't have a resource center like ours near you, start with a field trip. You'll find a variety of homeschoolers there, and it's a great place to ask the questions about curriculum and co-op in your area before you commit to anything. And if you're already in a co-op and you're drowning, give yourself permission to leave. Quitting the wrong fit is not failure. Staying in the wrong fit and letting it isolate you is. The belief I wish I could erase from every new homeschool mom's brain is that curriculum shopping has to be expensive and that you have to cover every single subject from day one. I just wish that moms would believe in themselves, especially as Christian moms, that if they have been called to this, the Lord will equip you in everything that you need. You don't have to figure it all out day one. Trying to plan your whole year out before you even start, covering every subject, knowing exactly what you're doing, it's not necessary. And it can be very damaging because you're stressed and doubtful before you've even begun. The lie is that if you don't have every subject covered with a full curriculum, you're failing. The truth is, you're actually setting yourself up to fail by trying to do everything at once. My recommendation, start simple. Just a couple of subjects for each child. A stack of great books to read together as a family. Community around you. That's a solid beginning. Just believe that the Lord is going to equip you. Start with prayer every day. Pray with your kids. Take your time figuring it out. Do not rush it. There really is no need to rush. And here's what I want you to hold on to. Curriculum is just paper. Life is the real guidebook for homeschooling. Whatever you're experiencing, that can be your lesson for the day. Yes, we want to make sure our kids can do their times tables and think critically and communicate clearly. But our goal is to raise good humans, people who can contribute to their community, make the world a better place, serve others, meet needs that aren't being met. That's the heart of all of this. There is not a more important leader to develop than your own children. They are the legacy. Curriculum is just a tool. The real work of homeschooling is so much bigger than picking the right books. If you're overwhelmed right now, you're not behind, you're not failing, and you're not alone. You just need clarity. And clarity comes from understanding your lifestyle, your values, and your family's unique needs before you buy a single thing. And that's what I'm here for. If this video helped you, there is one more I want you to watch before you make any curriculum decisions. It's called Stop Saying You're Unqualified to Homeschool. It goes deeper into how to move from decision fatigue to complete confidence, specifically for the intentional Christian homeschool mom who refuses to compromise on her family's values. Go ahead and watch it. I'll see you there.